Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Justin, back again for another review. This week for the JJ Abrams produced war horror film, Overlord. So from the trailers you get a little bit of a hint of what this movie's about, but in true JJ Abrams project fashion, they don't really show off too much of the plot or the main details of the film, they just give you a little taste. In a nutshell, this movie's about a paratrooper squad going out on the eve of D-Day, and their mission is to destroy this German radio tower. After landing, they do encounter a few hiccups on their mission, but as the movie goes on, they start to realize that there's something way bigger going on than they actually thought, and what they find is truly horrifying. So about 20 to 25 minutes into this film, I really got a good idea of just what kind of movie this actually was. It was similar to the movie 300, where yes, that movie was based off an actual event in history, but they kind of stylized it and made it their own. I know 300 was based off of a graphic novel, but this kind of feels the same way. It's based off of an actual war that happened, and they take all of these fictional elements and basically choose a specific point in history and surround those fictional elements around this event. Surprisingly enough, this reminded me of a live-action version of Call of Duty Zombies or Wolfenstein. This movie even plays out like a video game. It starts out with you getting your mission, then you go on, shoot some enemies, regroup. Halfway through they put a twist on the main plot to make things interesting. The group you're in splits up. There's a mini boss, then you fight some more enemies until you fight your way all the way to the final boss. If you're into video games, if you're into horror movies, if you're even into B-horror movies, I think you're going to enjoy this film. The one thing I didn't get at all is, and yes, I do know this is a sensitive subject, but the representation of Nazis in video games and movies. They had the SS patch on their arm, and they did have the Iron Cross, but they never really showed a swastika at all. I never really understood that, 'cause that's the main symbol associated with the Nazi party. I think there was one shot where they showed it faded in the background on a book, but that was about it. And I do understand it's a symbol of hate and what's going on in the world right now. We don't really want to just think about that when we're at the movies, but these are Nazis. That's the symbol they're associated with, and they're portrayed as bad guys in this film. So why would you really want to stray away from history? I mean, World War II happened. Obviously, a lot of events in this film didn't happen. They're sort of fictional, but still. So I want to give props to the makeup and CGI department in this film, because there's certain scenes where someone becomes a human Pez dispenser, you see bones sticking out, you see all these toxins going through their veins. Just the level of blood and gore in this movie was awesome. The cast did an all-around good job. I understand they wanted to keep the budget low, so a lot of the actors and actresses are not well known. Bokeem Woodbine is in this, and he played one of the Shockers in Spider-Man Homecoming. The only other actor I recognized was Ian, I don't know, but he played Fitz on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Either way, like I said before, the rest of the cast did a good job. It was neat to see all these different types of people in this paratrooper squad interact. You had the stereotypical nerd, you had the brave soldier, you had the soldier that just thinks he doesn't belong. You have the asshole of the group who doesn't seem like he cares about anything. Even though these characters were a little bit cliche, them and the rest of the movie just flowed so well together. I don't really have too many negative things to say about this film, but there's just one aspect in particular. The whole paratrooper squad is hiding out in this village. Basically, there's Nazis patrolling around all the time, so they have to be quiet. They're doing this interrogation, and there's punching going on, there's screaming, there's even gunfire, and I'm like, no one heard that? Really? And that happens multiple times throughout the film, so I was like, okay, there's a little bit of a suspended disbelief here. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet because I don't want to give away a lot. The creature effects were awesome, the sound effects were great, the cast did a good job. The plot itself was decent enough, but it flowed really well with the rest of the film. From start to finish, it's just non-stop action and suspense. If people were nitpicking, I guess you can say that there was a few historical inaccuracies, but guys, to my pleasant surprise, this movie was fantastic. Check it out, 8.5 out of 10.